Hi you guys. Thanks so much for checking out this video. This is something that is totally new for us, for me, for our channel, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. Just a reminder, we have graduation coming up on May 17th. This is for anyone who is graduating in 2020, whether you're a high school senior or a college senior or a grad student or middle school, elementary school. We want to celebrate you and your accomplishments. So make sure you click the link down below to RSVP and get more information about how you can be featured throughout the ceremony. I look forward to seeing you. Hope to see you there. Okay, bye.
We brought together 7 straight men.
Hello. So this is Bonnie's voiceover part 1, take 1. I'm Bonnie and I am a director at Jubilee. I've been with Jubilee for exactly a year now, and I've directed, I think, close to 20 videos. That's me. As video creators and directors, we put a ton of weight on the comment section of our videos. There can be thousands of amazing comments, but the one critical, hurtful, or flat out hateful one we come across will be the one that sticks with us and eats away at us for days, weeks even. So I decided to start reaching out to some of our haters, particularly those who have commented on my own videos, to see if they'd be interested in talking with me face to face. Neither one of us really knows who's on the other side, and maybe that's the problem. So, let's begin. I don't even know where to start. Like, who do I just have to respond to, like, the meanest ones, right? Why give terrible people more of a platform to talk about that disgusting POS? Seriously, Jubilee, what the f*** are you doing? I guess anything for the views, huh? Oh, okay. I'm literally frozen. It's been 10 minutes and I have not even commented. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just go. This is the comment that says I should be fired. This one sucks. Boo. Do it just be me or do Jubilee do be sucking though? Jubilee's garbage. There's so many comments. Lost so much respect. Jubilee Media is a dangerous platform in the pursuit of empathy. They've already given stage to climate deniers. Just appreciate me an email. Why? Jubilee's middle ground is awful.
Because a full discussion is never shown, ideas are never fully fleshed out and no meaningful conclusion is met. Everyone leaves the discussion having learnt nothing.
First of all, his description for the video is challenge conventional thinking my R's. Lol. Oh, God. Well, this one is so long and it hurts my heart. I just keep saying this is a horrific way to handle the subject matter. Like, wow. That one makes me want to, like, cry and, like, lay down. There's something about the Me Too episode that's, like, kind of horrifying for me. To tackle something that, like, means so much to me and put so much work into it and then have it be perceived as negligent is really, really hard. It's so weird. It, like, takes you back to being, like, a kid where you, like, want the bully to like you. Isn't that so... Oh. Not that I think they're bullying me. Like, I don't know. Oh, my God. That one hurt, like, a lot. And once we sent out all of those comments and DMs and tweets and emails, we then just kind of had to wait. In the meantime, for the sake of my mental health, I wanted to step away from the hate comments for a bit and ask my fellow Jubilee directors to chat with me about their experiences with the comment section. First of all, thank you guys for chatting with me today.
It's lovely.
You're welcome.
Lovely to
Always
see
happy to help.
I just wanted to talk to you guys, have like just kind of a casual conversation about what the comment section kind of means to us as directors. Do you guys have a specific video you would say is probably like your worst experience?
I mean, there's a lot.
So when I first started directing videos, I was having serious digestive issues because of how nervous I was every time a middle ground went out. And then we put out the gentrification episode. It was like the 4th comment down. It was like, these videos just keep getting worse and worse. I was like, no.
Yeah, I think from the odd man outs that I did,
on every single video, there's some people who like, this is the worst episode ever. And then actually, like, if an odd man out is going wrong, then I don't know what you can go right.
I hold my breath a little bit, and what I'll do is I'll go comment by comment. So it's like a weird horror movie reveal, and it's always a gut punch, and then my day is ruined.
I feel like it's important to read the comments. It's important to critique people who have a platform. Because there are times when we drop the ball, you know, like with the Spectrum Latino episode, that was one that I was like just realizing like the negative impact it's had on people. And that was a moment for me where I realized the power that we all have as directors.
With like some of my more recent middle grounds, like when I did like men's rights versus feminists and I casted an incel, there are so many dislikes and so many negative comments on that video. But that's like one of the most proud videos I've ever made. And as an audience member, if you're only willing to watch things that confirm what you already find to be true, then that's just like the most boring bullshit I've ever heard. Like, we don't watch movies that don't have villains in them.
Then I start to wonder, who are these people?
Do you guys kind of like picture someone in your brain when we get some of these comments?
Teenage boys.
I see teenage girls.
I see a lot of teens and young college students. Gender, not so much.
I just imagine them like being on their bed like that and scrolling through the feeding crowd that, oh, my hate comment got like 1,000 likes.
That's what's also strange. It's like people are there for the comments.
So true. There's so many times where like all the comments are like, damn, I'm here too early. There's no funny comments. And I'm like, wow, really? Like half of your experience here is just scrolling, maybe not even watching the actual video.
The one thing though that we don't really, we experience it to an extent, but not that much, is like the personal comments.
But I take it personal. Even if you're saying that what I'm doing is causing harm in the world, I take that so personally.
That's what people don't get, is they think that we are like sitting in this super fancy media office, like commanding our army of, you know, like interns and minions. And then in the meantime, we're like snorting and like drinking LaCroix. Only half of that is true. And then they have no idea that we are sleep deprived, usually like scarfing like yesterday's leftover Panda Express, deep into credit card debt, on the verge of like existential meltdown the night before we put together these shoots. When you're making these videos, you feel so powerless most of the time.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for chatting with me today. I just wanted to get
luck.
some other directors' perspectives.
All right.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Happy quarantining.
Several days passed, and we hadn't gotten any responses other than the occasional no. So I was still spending all of my time reading and replying to as many hate comments as I could. I don't know. I'm like, I've had a day. I don't think I realized how much doing this was going to affect my mental health. I'm just filling my brain with like hate every single day. It's like, I know I've said it several times jokingly that like this was a bad idea, but like it's actually such a bad idea for me. And some more comments to try and get to. Oh my god. I just got a message from Tyree that says, hold on, I think we got someone. Oh. He's one of the guys from the Me Too episode. Wait, is that the guy? I knew it was gonna be this one. God damn it. This was a horrific way to handle the subject matter. I'm really disappointed by the negligence. Of course it's gonna be the one that I'm like the most scared of, and oh my god. Oh my god, all day long I've just been like, it's not gonna happen, and now it's happening, and now I have a whole other world of fears. This was not the one that I wanted to do. And just like that, we were scheduled to talk. I was going to FaceTime my hater in 3 days. After we confirmed my FaceTime with Brice, we got a couple other responses, including one from the guy critiquing our series Middle Ground. can chat, but it can only be voice only and preferably using Google Hangouts. Vaguely spooky. Okay.
This was my first time ever speaking directly to a hater. I had no idea what to expect.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, this is Bonnie from Jubilee. Can I start by asking just like your name? I don't know your name or anything like that.
Well, I go by Wool Flannel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm curious, what sort of prompted the video about our series, The Middle Ground?
Those were good videos. I was watching that, and you Americans, you are a special kind of over there. So,
Can you just kind of like expand on that a little bit more?
this idea of giving people a platform to speak and something good coming from that, I think that's a bit of an illusion. Like, it can't happen.
Do you not think that in order to empathize, you have to like have those human interactions and conversations?
I have empathy for all of these people. I understand it, but it doesn't make it less stupid. If I were doing videos that way, it would be more of a, these are why the conservatives are wrong, or these are why these people are wrong, and trying to get them from that place where they're wrong and get them to being right.
Yeah. I think one thing that like we struggle with, right, is that the Jubilee as a company doesn't want to like take a side, like deem anyone as like right or wrong or
Yeah, it's a noble choice, but there are winners and losers in life, right?
oh boy.
So you're being willfully ignorant.
We're being willfully ignorant for not acknowledging who's wrong or right.
Yes.
What do you feel like makes sense? Like, what do you feel like does work?
A lot of times they need to learn the hard way. You need to be more aggressive. You need the ads. You need the attacks. With all the data we have on these young people, Amazon, eBay, Facebook, you can't keep having arguments and fights when all you need to do is right there in front of you.
Interesting. Were you surprised when I reached out to you about this?
No, I suspected you would have watched it by this point.
Well, we did.
I
we
know
found,
my video is good.
You know what?
I know my video is good.
Oh, good. I appreciate you chatting with me and voicing your opinions and your critiques. I think on some of these we'll have to agree to disagree.
I'll change your mind down the line. You just won't realize it.
Oh, you will. How? What did you tell me? Just with data?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks for chatting with me today.
Bye, Bonnie.
Bye. I mean, you said that we're willfully ignorant. I don't know. I think it's incorrect to say that there's no value in creating a space for people to talk.
The call with Wool Flannel made me even more nervous for my upcoming FaceTime with Brice. My goal had been to find and get to know the people on the other side of these comments, but I was starting to realize that maybe they don't want to be discovered, and maybe they don't want to be known. But it was already too late. The next day I had to get ready for my first face-to-face conversation with Brice. It was finally time to come face-to-face with my hater.
I did not sleep well last night. I'm supposed to be talking to Brice today. I kept pressing snooze on my alarm because I was like, oh God, I don't want to do this. God, I'm scared. I'm gonna just blow dry my hair and put makeup on because there's something about this whole experience where I want to be liked by these people so desperately, which is not healthy. So it's 2 o'clock. We're supposed to talk in 30 minutes. I haven't heard anything from him. I sent him the Zoom info and I didn't get any confirmation. Of course, first I'm so nervous about talking to this guy and then now I'm no, please don't abandon me. Okay, I guess I just wait for a bit. My straw is clogged. Look how messy this shirt is. God. Okay, he just responded, and all he said is you can record, period.
It was eerie getting ready to talk to Brice. This was a comment that I considered not responding to in the first place. I was worried that the video itself and the subject matter was too close to my heart, and that I was too sensitive, and that I wouldn't be able to kind of look past all of that and get to know the person on the other side of the comment. And I think that's what made the whole experience so daunting.
I'm fearful that he's going to be like a guy who's like really intelligent, who's like ready to wage war, and is going to just kind of like spout a bunch of facts at me and be like trying to win a conversation, you know, sweating profusely.
He's in the waiting room. Okay. Ready. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
So I wanted to just kind of start with like general info. I'd love to just like kind of know a little bit about you before we get into it.
Guess I would just describe myself as like the regular introverted nerd. I used to describe myself as a freelance artist from West Philadelphia because that's my passion. But now I'm in IT. That is my day job.
I lived in Philly for like 5 years.
Really?
And I lived in West Philly. Yeah, I lived in West Philly.
I mean, I love trees. That's another really cool thing about me.
That's great because you know what I do? Do you know what my go-to question is?
What?
If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so if I were a tree, I would love to be a fig tree.
I love that. That's a great answer. Well, cool. Yeah, to start, and I'll just kind of explain like why I think the reason why I had such a strong reaction to your comment, to feel like I've done a disservice to a community that I'm trying to represent or give a voice to. I've been ruminated on that thing for days. Like I was so depressed after it came out because I started seeing like the comment section was very kind of icky and like
Okay.
it just
I do want to say something before you continue though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your video was important. Your video was good. And if you do feel hurt by what I said, I'm sorry. That's not my intention. I'm not a troll. I'm not trying to hurt people. I've had a difficult life. I've been through physical abuse. I've dealt with being sexually assaulted when I was young. So when I made that comment, the reason why I commented on that one so passionately is because there were people who had positions that I did not necessarily agree with, that I thought it was helpful to see their headspace. But I also thought because the things that they said were attributed to such a sensitive topic, it not being checked immediately and thoroughly and clearly might have been harmful. People who have negative or toxic positions will use that to support their inability to be empathetic and grow their own emotional intelligence. But no, your video was great.
Well, thank you.
No, you make good. I wouldn't be commenting to just thumbs down and unsubscribe.
So, were you like nervous to do this today, to chat with me today?
A little bit more in my background. I told you I had a rough life. I actually am a person who was abused for a decade by a caretaker that eventually threatened my life when I was young. I didn't really get to have the normal childhood, so I went through a life where I was bullied because I've always been kind of eccentric and a dork. So when I went to school, kids were beating me up, and I got beat up when I came home. My mother, she's been through a lot too. She had urethral cancer that, what the is urethral cancer? Nobody gets that. Lost her organs, almost died, is now still working, and I'm sitting here with her, we're supporting each other. So it's a lot. I've had a life where, it's been rough, where I've had challenges. So I don't get nervous about stuff, really. I don't know. I feel prepared for most things, and so no, I wasn't nervous. I knew what I wanted to convey and what I cared about.
I'm so sorry that those are the experiences you've had.
No, don't apologize for my experiences.
Well, that's what's so weird is like, I'm so sorry that you had to experience any sort of pain or violence against you or trauma to get to this place, but you seem like a very incredible person and like such an intelligent and kind person. So it's like, wow, what an awesome person to become out of it.
If I did not, I would not be as empathetic as I am. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm strong, I'm healthy, and it allows me to connect with people on a level I wouldn't be able to connect with otherwise.
Well, I was going to ask you to do one more thing that you may not want to do, but I was going to ask you to.
What?
Would you mind reading the comment to me right now?
Oh, sure. So here it goes. This episode was very hard to watch, and I don't think an issue like this can be tackled in such a small sample size or with so little time. And I thought it was a horrific way to handle this subject matter. Oh, sorry. Sexual assault is far too much serious variable for people to break down into black and white. All of these things and more should have been strongly expressed by Jubilee. And as a fan of the show, I am extremely disappointed by the negligence.
Thanks for reading that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really intense. I don't realize how intense my words when I write them are. I don't talk like the way I write.
Oh my god, it's really funny.
Yeah. Well, this is dope.
Thanks for chatting with me, Brice.
Yeah, anytime.
Awesome. Well, stay safe out there.
Yeah,
All
nice
right.
one. You stay safe too.
Bye, Brice.
Bye.
Yeah. I think, oh my God, this is not what I wanted to do. I think that like a major thing I took away from that is like, dude, I agree with everything he had to say. It's funny, I was so nervous leading up to it, and then I was immediately at ease with him. A lot of like elements of our story are really similar. I didn't tell him, but I also, like, my mom survived cancer too. So like, she is a lot of where my focus has been lately with like COVID. I wish I had said that to him. I'm sad I didn't say that to him too. That's all.